We've got Dr. Robert Sheppard here with us, and Bob's been hunting deer with a bow for over 35 years. I've known him for about that long. And Bob, how do deer pattern hunters? We do a lot of talking and a lot of explaining about how to pattern deer, but we often forget that those deer can pattern us too. So tell us how they do it, and tell us how we can avoid them knowing where we're going to be.
Well, John, I feel so strongly about that simply because of experience where I just made that mistake so many times in my early years of hunting. Basically, deer pattern us by smelling where we have been in the woods. In other words, we go out, we we take our tree stand apart at the base of a tree, and we get our scent all over the ground around that tree, and we start to climb the tree, and then uh, uh, bark and dust falls from our hands and drifts off at a distance from the tree and hits the ground. That night, when deer come through that area, they simply smell like a bird dog or a hound would smell where a human has been. They smell where you've been, and they don't spook, they don't run off, they're perfectly relaxed, but they remember. In other words, they will remember to avoid that particular spot. Now they may move 100 yards from there or 200 yards from there, but they will avoid that particular spot. And the reason for that is simply because they are so sensitive to that human scent. So, as a consequence, I tend to avoid that spot again. In other words, I don't hunt one of my stand sites but one time during a bow season. Once I've hunted it one time, I don't come back there again until the following season. By the same token, if somebody else has hunted a spot and I know about it, I'm going to avoid that area as well. So it's the fact that they simply are able to smell where you've been, not where you are. In other words, I don't think it's the fact that we make noise walking into the stand and walking back out, nor that they smell us while we're actually in the stand on a given day. It's that night when they come through and wander through that area during the nighttime hours, which is they're nocturnal by nature, and that's what they do is get up and walk around the lots at night. So that's why it's so important to avoid overhunting a spot.